This is Brian Ghilliotti. Still in the same area, Essex, Westbrook border region. I found what I think is a second observation stone. Really a third observation stone. We've looked at heel stone north and south. We've looked at the two observation points up on the hill formed by the stone pile and the embedded glacial stone on the hilltop. And then here is the third observation point. So if you look directly that way, let's see, I get my finger going. Where are you, finger? There you are, right there. What that is, really, it's a part of a stone wall that seems to originate, at least from what I can see, from the bottom of this hill. It keeps going. Then there's an unexplained gap, and there's another segment starting from right there, and it just keeps going and going and going, and then it stops again. Well, technically it does keep going. There's a little rock right there, and then boom. But that's another issue. In any case, that pancake stack of stones, if you want to call it that, it's in a 120/300 degree azimuth relationship with the second observation stone. You might notice there's a little dip in the wall right there, formed by that stone right there and that stone right there. That's in a due south relationship with the second, really the third observation stone. Now, if I shift a little bit, you might notice a stone. Let me zoom in. Right there. That's in a north-south relationship with the third observation stone, or whatever point. And it just keeps going through that wall gap. I actually followed that path, and if you keep going, it aligns perfectly straight with the stone that is in a 45-degree relationship with what I called heel stone north. That stone was also too close to private property for me to video record directly, so I backed off. And interestingly, you may note right there, I'm looking at, if you take an azimuth and you direct it right at the edge of that, to the very right edge of the boulder, that's in a 30-degree relationship with the observation stone, third observation stone, whoops, right here. Now, if you look, and this is probably the most interesting feature, I will get back to it later. There is a huge, it's blurred out. Come on, there we go. Huge glacial erratic deposit I'll get to that later, but that's in a 210-degree relationship with observation point 3. And right there, that's in a 240-degree relationship with observation point 3. Now what's interesting is that if you keep going, I'm on the other side of the hill now. The wall begins again around the base, in this case the base of the hill, and it just keeps going. There's no wall at this point to the right of where I'm standing. It seems to start again at that rock right there, and it just keeps going. And wow, there's some pretty big rocks used to form this wall. I'm going to cover that, but let me just prove my point. Here's observation point 3. I'm going to make my way over to the first stone that is in a due north-south relationship. I tell you now, this is a great exercise for someone who's older. Just concluded that there's a relationship between maintaining your balance, your sense of balance, and keeping healthy and living longer. And this is a great exercise to do that. Bushwhacking. Notice that people who are in poor health, well, first thing that goes is their sense of balance. And this type of activity is great for keeping balance. But anyways, here I am. Here's the first stone I was talking about. And if you look a little further, you'll see the second stone that I talked about and video recorded while I was documenting the area around Heelstone North.